Welcome to the Retro Video Store Podcast.
Welcome everyone to the Retro Video Store Podcast. I'm your host Eric.
Hi, Eric.
And that's my co-host Neil.
I'm Neil, and who has decided to head to the Deep South so he could avoid talking to us about movies.
That would be David. He's in Alabama, working hard, taking care of the forest. And he'll probably won't be back until February, so we'll have a couple episodes without him. But you're used to that, so we'll be all right.
I'm not worried about fires right now, man. Like the king tides have rolled in. San Francisco's got flooding all over the place. It's been raining for like a week.
It is opposite here in Colorado. It is a drought. We're only like 54% of the snowpack. It's like 60 degrees in January. It's scary. I'm kind of worried about how the summer's going to be.
Okay, so this was trippy. All right, so we've been gone. Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
So we've been gone for like 2.5 weeks or something like that. And I went back home to northern New Mexico, as we were talking about. And do you see this? You see this lightweight hoodie that I'm wearing right now? Well, you can see it. Nobody else can see it. This was what I was wearing.
Yeah.
In December.
Like here.
In December in northern New Mexico. It was astoundingly warm. And I think we walked out one morning to go get some breakfast burritos at Blake's with the green chili.
Yeah.
If any of you know what Blake's is, yes. If any of you people call up with your dirty whore mouths and say, a lot of burger, I'm going to tell you to take your happy ass back to Texas and keep it there. I was like, oh, it says it's like 36 degrees outside. I'm going to be freezing my ass off. I walked out. No wind, completely still. With no wind, 36 degrees, completely livable.
Yeah.
And I was stunned. I brought like a big heavy coat. I had a hat. I had some gloves. I'm like, I got waterproof boots. I was like, all right, cool. If we go back and the weather hits, want to be prepared, live there for long enough. I know what's going on. Not a thing. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think it's like the La Nina or something that's keeping it's unseasonably warm, and there's no precipitation.
It's Chris Farley. I am El Nino. Yeah, man, it's trippy. And then we're driving back
for the
Nino. And then we're driving back, and we basically run into a wall of water. Crazy. And here's the really trippy part, and you can appreciate this too. So it takes like anywhere between 18 to 20 hours to drive back, depending on, stopping and, if you eat, you got to go, whatever, and how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to share. Normally, I'm the one who does the driving. I was able to share this now with Joe because he can drive.
Nice.
So slapped him on Interstate 40, driving like 80 miles an hour, and he's sitting there trying to figure out how to navigate that. It's a little different from driving inside the city because you got to figure out how fast people are coming up on you. You got to figure out how fast you make it around so you don't block up traffic. It was pretty interesting. He did really well.
Good. Oh, our sons getting older. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we haven't had a episode in like 2 weeks because we usually take like a 2-week break this time of year. But I've had all sorts of technical issues. I am recording on my 2019 iMac because I ordered a brand new Dell computer and had to send it back because it was faulty. And I don't even want to. I could spend 20 minutes talking about the hell of Dell technical support. And, they don't trust that you know anything about computers. So they just frontline technical support just reads from a script. And you're like, yep, I've done that. I've already done that. I've already looked at the website. I've already done this. I've done this. They're like, well, have you just thought about doing this? I'm like, done it. And they can't think out of the box to like, hey, maybe you should get to a different level of technical support. And I don't want to be a jerk. Then I was going to exchange it for a new one, but finally I'm like, I'm just going to get a refund and I'm going to get a new, different brand of computer than Dell. So Dell, you let me down.
I get that at work. Before I moved in the position I'm in, I was the tech support because I have a degree in IT as well. And I'm talking with the new person maybe like a year in after I trained them in their position. And I said, hey, I'm having troubles with my machine. We got to do this, this, and this. Well, how many files do you have? If you have a lot of files on your computer, it might slow it down. No, that's actually not what is going on. Do you remember who taught you how to do your job? Do you recall that at all? So could we move this forward to a place where you can put a ticket in so we can start talking about maybe a new machine? Absolutely ridiculous. I fucking hate tech support.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just going to say right now, your Dell was a little bitch.
It was. And they have this, we're going to complain before we talk about it in the movie. By the way,
our first world problems, we got a working computer and I bought a new computer, but I sent the new computer back.
Yes. And the iMac from 2019 is still chugging along, still, and has not let me down. So, it runs a little slow, but it's still working. So the tech support thing on the Dell tech support page is like, I want to exchange my computer. And it says, well, to exchange your computer, you must have a validation from tech support to do that. I'm like, so I talked to tech support and I said, okay, we're going to send you an email with a link so you can exchange it. So they send me an email, and the link sends me exactly to the same page where I have to go and try to get a validation from tech support to get any further. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was bad.
Sounds about right.
Aren't we supposed to talk about movies?
I don't know. I just saw you staring at me, and I want you to let you know my eyes are up here, Eric.
Flexing your pecs. So this week we're going to talk about a movie you think we would have hit already.
I'm surprised when I thought we had mentioned this, and when I asked you like, hey, what are we watching? And you mentioned it, I'm like, I swear to God, we've done this.
I was kind of going through our movies, the ones we've done. I'm like, how can we have not done Highlander by now?
Well, if we've got to miss a movie, there can be only one.
Yes. This movie, Highlander from 1986, is the movie that we're doing. But before we do that, we're going to do what we always do.
Who wants to live forever?
That song is a banger, man. It's a banger.
Fucking Queen. Killing it on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out, being a fan of the movie, as shitty as it is, what do I drive? What are we driving in the old household? The Toyota Highlander.
Oh, nice.
Toyota Highlander.
For some reason, I thought you had a Tacoma.
We do. We've got the Highlander and we got a Tacoma, and then my kid's got a Kia, which gets great gas mileage, by the way. Big ups to Korean automakers for the fuel efficiency. I appreciate you guys so much because I'm paying out the ass for insurance right now.
Oh my God, insurance is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right. This is old man moment.
Old man moment. So it says Highlander, lower left-hand corner, their little thing that says Highlander. And then above it, I've got like a little stick figure with a sword. Mm-hmm. And then 3 stick figures with no heads. And it says there can be only one. And you know what? Occasionally, I'll see people behind me taking a picture and they'll pull up next to me. It'll be guys my age going like, fuck yeah, Highlander, fuck yeah. And then people that don't get it. And then I have no time for those people.
I'm seriously considering buying a Tacoma.
Dude, I've got almost 300,000 miles on mine. And it still runs great. I mean, there've been like minor issues. Like I just replaced the fan for the AC and the heat. Just minor stuff. I think at around 250,000 miles, I cracked the line that runs from the gas tank up to where you gas it. So I had to get that replaced. It basically comes as a whole unit. But man, the thing still runs fantastic. But I did make the mistake of we got a rented Toyota Sienna minivan when we were back so we could put the entire family in it. And you look at minivans and you're like, fuck minivans. That's such a stupid thing. Who gets those? And then I sat down in it and it's like a damn armchair. It got fantastic gas mileage. It was great to drive. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, dude, I would have room to put all my shit in here. It's a road trip machine. Now I just want one of those. And I'm of the artsy fartsies. So I'm usually hauling lumber and tons of clay and all kinds of shit. And I'm looking at the Toyota Sienna and I'm like, this might be the way to go.
Wow.
Used. I don't think I want to get a brand new one. Dude, I get that Toyota Sienna, then I may very well be on your doorstep on one of these trips. I'm like, you know what? I'm going up to the Springs to visit Eric.
That'd be nice to see you.
Well, I know that, duh. Okay, let's do this. What did you watch?
What did I watch? I watched a lot of stuff in the last 2 weeks. Finished Welcome to Derry. Awesome. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
I started it. I've got a few minutes into the first episode.
Yeah. The first episode is the hardest to get through.
It was a bit.
It's a pilot. It's the pilot. So it's got a lot of exposition to dump on you.
Mm-hmm.
But each episode gets better and better and better and better. And by the time, you're in the fifth or sixth episode, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to see the next one. I mean, it keeps getting better. You want to see the next one, but like 5, 6, 7, 8 are way like some of the best horror I've seen in a while. I really, really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah.
I
really
stopped
good.
the first episode. I was like, dude, I can't do this right now.
Yeah. You have to kind of devote your full attention to it because there's a lot of stuff going on
that was it. I just couldn't do that.
Yeah. But once you get past the first episode, it gets much easier to watch. There's much more, it's much more well-directed and fluid. The first one was like, we're building this show brick by brick and you're having to pay attention and it's a little bit unwieldy, but it does get better by far. So I wound up watching Trading Places a couple of times because it's a New Year's movie. You watched it too?
Me too. I watched it too.
I love that movie, man. Trading Places is such a good movie.
The Court of Blood technique.
I love it. Karate Man, bruise on the inside. Yeah, it's just a funny movie. And everybody is really doing a great job. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Jamie Lee Curtis, Denholm Elliott. Just everybody is, just nailing it. Super, super funny. I love how stuffy Winthorpe's friends are when they go to the racket club and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's such a funny movie. I really enjoy it. And it's really fun to watch like on New Year's Eve. I've watched a bit of The Godfather, which I always do when I try to fall asleep. And then I watched a lot of college football, probably more college football than is advised to watch. I watched college football.
I saw the updates. You watching the college football. Speaking of which, I'm talking about. There's a blast from the past.
Yeah. Wow. How little was he? How young was your son then?
Maybe 3, and that was me. That was me before all the surgeries in my Japanese pajamas back there when I used to be dangerous instead of old and fucked up.
2 to 3 years in Dagestan.
2 3 years Dagestan. He's fine, brother. He's fine. He's fine, brother.
That stupid meme is driving me crazy. It's everywhere.
So actually, okay, I'm going to tell you my story. I actually ran into a bunch of those guys when Joe was about that age. Uh-huh. I had a friend who was teaching some grappling at AKA in San Jose. He was just teaching one of the classes, not one of the main classes with all the UFC guys, because they all take care, like Daniel Cormier and those guys take care of all that shit themselves. And I had him with, and I just went in because he would sit on the edge of the mat and just happily play and do his thing. And every now and then I'd go over and, tickle him or do something, or he would try to copy what we're doing. And I get changed. I've got him on my hip and there's a Starbucks near there, and go to the Starbucks. And I'd already seen some of those guys, and, they had waved, and, Joe's little and friendly and he waves back and blah, blah, blah. So we go to Starbucks because I'm like, all right, I'm going to get like a little sandwich and coffee, and then I got to get home and run into those guys. And it was like, oh, brother, we saw you with your son, brother. You're a good father, brother. Look how strong your boy, brother. Show muscle, brother. Mm-hmm. And I got a lot of brothers. And I did not know who those guys were at that point. I just knew that they were training with like Luke Rockhold and Cain Velasquez and all that. And then realize once the meteoric rise begins, I'm like, holy shit, I met Habib Nurmagomedov and he told me I was a good dad. So There's my
they
2
are
seconds of fame.
dominating the sport right now. The Dagestani fighters.
They're really scary as far as like their wrestling ability and their focus, but talking to them outside, really nice dudes, really nice guys, super, super respectful. I mean, at that point, I didn't have as much. Well, I actually had some dark in my beard. It wasn't like it is now, which is basically gray. But they were, they were super respectful. Talked to me about, good to see elders doing this and take care of that. It was pretty cool. They wouldn't know me from Adam now, but still.
But if you're not familiar, there's this meme about like toughening up your child, sending him 2 to 3 years in Dagestan.
2-3 years Dagestan, forget. Amazing.
It's cracking me up. But
no, Eddie, no, your Facebook feed. This is how old we are. We communicate through fucking Facebook. Mm-hmm. Was as soon as I picked it up, and you're like, I've watched so much college football today. I just want to reply back, no fucking shit.
Yes, I'm still on the Facebook. But all right, so Neil, what did you watch?
I am going to go on record that I am not a huge fan of the Christmas holiday. Mm-hmm. Not a real big fan of it. A lot of reasons for it, many of them deeply personal, but there are certain things that I expect to happen. And we watched all the Christmas movies. I mean, all the regular Christmas movies. Mm-hmm. So you've got to see Christmas Vacation just because that Cousin Eddie is amazing.
Yeah,
he makes that whole movie. You got to watch that.
You serious?
You have to. You serious about that? Shitter's full. And then we watched Die Hard, and okay. You know what? Macaulay Culkin said that this is not a Christmas movie because you could easily just associate St. Patrick's Day with it. Fuck you, Macaulay Culkin. You're wrong. And here's why. No one in their right mind would get on a plane and fly completely across the country to talk to his ex-wife for
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Thank you. Not even Valentine's Day. You do that over a holiday. Macaulay Culkin, shut your whore mouth. You're just upset because you've gone a long time with no career, and now all of a sudden you're in Fallout, and we can see you on Amazon Prime. Shut up. Okay? Maybe all those drugs are kicking back in. Then, of course, my new favorite, if I have to watch a holiday movie, is going to be Violent Night.
Still have not seen that one.
Dude, what are you? Quit messing around. You got to see Violent Night. You have to. So we watched all that. We watched all the specials. But when we got back from New Mexico, because my wife and I both took 2 weeks off so we could match up with my son's time off. Mm-hmm. We got back, and he had pretty much had his fill of us at this point. And we're like, hey, let's all go see a movie because we got a theater where we can all sit down and eat dinner. And he usually enjoys that. He goes, I don't want to go do that. So like, okay, then we'll just go see it at a different theater and we'll go down and have a meal somewhere we really like. What do you want to watch? And after spending time with the family and all family drama and stuff, my wife wanted to watch something funny. So we went and watched Anaconda.
Well, how was that? Been wanting to see that.
It's so stupid, but it's good stupid.
Okay.
It's good stupid. You just, you know what you're getting into. It's Jack Black. It's Paul Rudd. Mm-hmm. Steve Zahn is absolutely hilarious in it. Thandie Newton, I want to say, also. And then Ice Cube has a cameo. Jennifer Lopez has a cameo. Ice Cube's cameo cracked me up. But it's pretty damn stupid, and that's what makes it good. It's so damn endearing. And then we binge watched because we still had a few days. My son wanted to binge watch the Stranger Things before we watched the final. Mm-hmm. So we sat down just for like a day and a half and just binge watched this stuff and ate junk food. Watched Stranger Things. We watched the final season, which Jamie
and Andrew, my wife and son, watched it, and my son was like, it was pretty entertaining, but there was a lot of plot holes. And that's all he said.
A lot of plot holes, and it just came down to like they really just summed up one character, like his whole internal struggle. Like the world is could possibly be ending. There's these two realities attached by this wormhole, and one's going to crash into the other and destroy all of it. oh, but I'm upset I'm gay. And I want
That's
everybody
what
to know
heard.
that.
I've read a lot about,
And it's like
a lot of backlash on that one.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Lazy writing much? Like, should it have taken up that much time?
What's funny is I've seen like people like say how it should have been. I'm like, yeah, we know. We
We knew, dude. Everybody could tell.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's and really, I mean, even in the '80s, I don't think it would have been a terribly big deal if you have close friends. They'd be like, okay,
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Does that mean I get to use the word no get in trouble? Just
Yeah,
when you have black friends, can I say the word? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd ask. But not that great. Not that great.
I like when in a TV show or a movie, if somebody is gay or something like that, it doesn't have to be the defining characteristic of their.
It just is.
Yeah, because people are just gay. People are gay, and it doesn't have to be the defining characteristic of their lives.
So okay, let's soapbox time. There are certain experiences that I can't have and can't relate to. So if I'm going to see something, I'm going to read something like Toni Morrison, right? Or I'm going to watch The Color Purple. I'm going to be fully immersed in that story and in that telling and then that experience of what it is to be black, or Toni Morrison to be a black woman, to to get those different perspectives. Like Water for Chocolate, like all these different cultural things and how that goes in. I know what it takes to be a middle-aged white dude. I've done it for a while now. Then I'm ready for that. But to take it and to throw it into such a mass story, and then to make that the only defining thing about the character, I think does such a disservice rather than it being who they are. But I don't know if this is making sense. It just seems a poor way to move the plot. If it was a story about this kid trying to figure out who he is and who he's attracted to and the implications with his friends and with his life, that could have been a really compelling story, because you could have someone who was gay who did that to write it, and then it could help educate. It could help show me, give me an insight, give some representation, but just don't throw the character out there like that. There was so much that they didn't develop with this character, and then he cried for every fucking show. He was in tears, and then I'm gay. I get it. It seemed a lazy way to do it. It really seemed a lazy way to do it. Mm-hmm. I think Maya Hawke's character, they actually did it a little bit better. We actually learned a little bit about her, and then that bit was actually kind of developed with her character.
Yeah. Her and Steve, and she just, that thing.
Yeah.
I have not watched the last 2 seasons just because I started tuning out, because I felt like the writing they had to explain everything in the dialogue. They couldn't let it happen naturally. It's just like, this is what's going to happen. And if we do this, and then this is going to happen. If we do this, and
then don't watch the last season. That's all the last season is them talking about their massive plans and explaining how everything is. Yeah.
I don't like when you have to tell me what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you think I'm too stupid to understand. Yeah. Show me, and then hopefully I can pick up on what's going on.
When we watched the first 2 seasons, I remembered why everybody got so hyped about it. First 2 seasons were fantastic. Mm-hmm. They could have ended it, left Elle trapped in the upside down, instead of this whole I'm gonna fuck it. I don't care. Instead of it being a happy ending for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I heard. There were no stakes.
Yeah, there was no stakes. I'm sitting there. I'm like, off one of these little motherfuckers. Off one of them. Mm-hmm. Let's have some tragedy. Let's move them forward. But no, they're fighting like a stadium-sized monster, and everyone walks away unscathed.
Yeah. Watch Welcome to Derry. Don't get attached to any of these kids.
Oh, all right. Well, you got me hyped to get back onto it, so I might watch a little bit more before I go to bed. So I can move forward.
They do not fuck around. 2. Nobody is safe, and it is. They do not. Pennywise is killing some kids in this movie, in the TV show.
Can't say that we all haven't had the thought. You know what I'm saying? More the more you meet
some kids, but yeah.
Killing some kids.
We're here to talk about Highlander. Can you do the Christopher Lambert laugh? You do it way better than me.
So on IMDb, it says an immortal Scottish swordsman must confront the last of his immortal opponents, a murderously brutal barbarian who lusts for the fabled prize, as read by Juan Sanchez Ramirez Villalobos.
Yes, he looked very much like a Juan Sanchez Villalobos.
I
Then
am
he said he
looking
was
forward
Egyptian.
Yes, that too. Didn't look Egyptian. Didn't sound Egyptian.
No.
Known some Egyptian folks.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to the Henry Cavill reboot.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if that actually takes off or not. It seems like there's rumors, and it's been trying to get the reboot off the ground for a while. And
I hope so. He can move. I mean, he's got decent move. He can move. He's decent with a sword, as we saw in
Witcher.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
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 By the way, I'm reaching for words because there's coffee in my coffee cup that I've been drinking the whole time we've been talking, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So Highlander, 1986. This is a quintessential cult movie from the 80s. It is one of those that, if you grew up in the 80s and you are the age of Neil and I, early 50s, you have seen this movie at least, or have rented it, or have referenced it, because they're going to
known some jackass with the dragon head sword.
Yes, exactly. Where you could buy on the back of Starlog magazine, or yes, this movie was super popular as a rental. Apparently, as a lot of the movies that we watch, they bombed at the box office, but then the old video store made it popular as it has, as it is today. I have never seen Highlander 2: The Quickening. I have heard it is notoriously bad. Really, really bad.
I feel sad that I have seen it.
Yeah, I hear it's super bad. I watched the Siskel and Ebert review of Highlander. They were both just dogging it left and right. They could not get into it at all. And it makes me understand that our tastes in movies have changed. And Siskel and Ebert were more happy watching a drama of human experience, and they were really in for the highfalutin movie, and they didn't really give a shit about action movies. Oh, I can't believe there's so much sword fighting. I'm like, there wasn't enough sword fighting in this movie. I wanted more sword fighting in this movie.
A movie where guys try to chop each other's heads off and they're sword fighting. Big shock, Siskel. Big shock, Ebert.
So, on our overview, Highlander is a fantasy action film directed by Russell Mulcahy and released in March of 1986. And Russell Mulcahy is responsible for a ton of iconic music videos of the 80s. And I will name a few. He is responsible for Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles, the first video ever shown on MTV.
Dude, pour one out for MTV. It's done.
I think it's done in Europe. It is not done in America.
No, it's been done here for a very long time.
It's been done as far as like the traditional MTV, but
yeah. When was the last time you turned into music television to watch a video?
I still watch MTV Classic, and I watch Metal Mayhem when I'm trying to fall asleep at night sometimes, and watch.
Unless Ricky Rackman's hosting it, I don't think I have time for that.
I do watch old school metal videos like Dawkins, It's Not Love, or Alone Again.
Here's what a geek I am. I just watched online an entire concert from Venom.
Oh, really? Wow.
Remember my favorite Venom song?
Yeah.
Yes. So good.
So Russell Mulcahy did Video Killed the Radio Star, Turning Japanese by the Vapors. He did a boatload of Elton John videos, some Ultravox videos. He did
Tonight he's still
I'm
standing?
Yours. Yes, he is still standing. He did Tonight I'm Yours by Rod Stewart, which is very...
That was better than you give it credit for, fucker.
Still standing.
Okay.
Very good.
Yes. Thank you. A little recognition there.
He did Tonight I'm Yours by Rod Stewart, which was a very scintillating video back in the day. I remember watching that as a young lad going, there's some scantily ladies by a pool in this video. And he did Young Turks which was a big song by Rod Stewart in 1981. Did Betty Davis Eyes, Kim Carnes. Did some Spandau Ballet. He did a bunch of Duran Duran. He did Planet Earth, Save a Prayer, Hungry Like the Wolf, Rio. And he just did a shitload of videos that were, very popular. Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. That video does not make any sense at all.
Unless that song is being sung by the Dan Band, I don't care.
Yeah. He did a lot of videos back in the day. Falco. Falco? Yeah, Def Leppard. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Yeah, so lots of videos. But he also directed the Razorback, the giant pig movie that was in Australia. Good movie. A little underrated. Yep.
We obviously have a sort of a different way of ranking.
I don't think it's good. I would say it's good in traditional sense, but it's entertaining.
Okay.
That they're trying to kill a giant, pig out in the outback there. He did Highlander 2, The Quickening, Ricochet with Denzel Washington, Blue Ice. I didn't even figure that one. Michael Caine and Sean Young. Look at the poster for Blue Ice.
All right, hang on here. Blue Ice.
He did The Shadow. The Shadow's kind of underrated with
okay. Well, with Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, yeah.
The Shadow knows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I when you said Blue Ice, I'm like, I have no recollection of this, and now I've looked at the poster and like, okay, yeah, I remember now. Michael Caine.
I love that video of the two actors doing Michael Caine off. He's more nasal. And
yeah.
He cries. Yeah. Did Resident Evil Extinction. Then Teen Wolf the movie in 2023. I did not know there was a Teen Wolf remake.
I thought there was a TV series though.
Yeah, I guess it was a continuation of the TV series. So
okay.
Yeah. Russell Mulcahy.
Thanks.
When did you first see this movie, Neil?
Oh, in the fucking theaters, 1986.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw this on video.
Dude,
rented it.
I had my license, man. I had my motorcycle license. I saw this shit in Farmington. I went and watched this movie.
I remember the Queen soundtrack quite a bit. The Princes of the Universe song with Christopher Lambert in the video with Freddie Mercury.
This movie...
You do that so good.
This movie is one of the many reasons why yours truly ended up later in life in Japan, sitting in Seiza with a sword on his hip, wearing full Japanese hakama, learning kenjutsu.
Wow. This is one of big influence on you.
It was one of those things, man. I got totally interested in the form of Japanese sword. Not so much. I didn't want to fight with it, but once you like the actual technique of making the correct draw, of making it correctly, of where the opposing forces when you cut, you're pushing and pulling and going up and down. There's a whole thing we could go into about how to do this.
Yeah,
and how it's done correctly. But it got me interested and started reading, and then figured out, oh my god! And then when I had a chance to go to Japan, met some folks, and then ended up going back and studying with them too. If you want, I will go into the thing in my garage and I will go get my sword right now. God damn it.
And you do the laugh.
It's sharp too. It's sharp. I could cut you, fool.
So a movie was made for like $16 to $19 million, but only made $12.9 million at the box office. Wasn't a huge hit, but then became a hit in the old video. And I've been thinking a lot about the video store lately, just because, we do the Retro Video Store podcast. And I still miss it, man. I miss the damn
I do too.
store.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the cast and knowing what I know about Christopher Lambert now, it makes sense. But whenever he would look at somebody or he would try to make eye contact, he reminded me of a Siamese cat.
Yeah, he does.
How his eyes were just kind of like, Why are you cruising for a piece of ass? And he's trying to figure out his accent, and then his eyes. And you realize his eyesight is horrible.
Yes, that I heard. He has eye severely nearsighted, and has to wear glasses like all the time.
Yes, but when he's trying to make, especially when he's like in the police station, he looks over. He literally looks like a cross-eyed Siamese cat with a really bad accent.
Well, he couldn't
piece of ass.
He couldn't speak English when they hired him, and he was learning English on the fly during the making of the movie, and he had to completely redub all his lines because his French accent was so thick, and he had to go back in post and redub everything. I wonder if they redubbed his laugh.
What they needed to do.
You're entertaining me the hell out of me.
What they needed to do was he didn't need to learn American English. He needed to have a Scottish dude work with him.
Yeah, when he tried to do a Scottish accent, woof.
It's tough. I literally work with 2 Scottish guys and play bagpipes with a couple as well, and an Irishman. And I've never heard any of them sound anything like Christopher Lambert in this movie. Not even close.
Yeah. Main cast, Christopher Lambert is Connor McLeod.
Oh, this next one's mine. No, this next one's mine.
Yes.
I get to do this one. You tell me, who's the actor?
Sean Connery.
As Juan Sanchez Ramirez Villalobos. Okay, go. Cheers now.
Yeah. Roxanne Hart is Brenda Wyatt, his sort of love interest at the end. Beatty Edney is Heather McLeod. And of course, you can't forget Clancy Brown as Kurgan.
Mr. Crab. Mr. Crab.
Hey, boyo, give me that sword. Yeah. There for a while, a little digression. For about a 6-year period, SpongeBob had a vice grip on this family.
Why not?
From like Andrew was like from like 6 till about 13. It was on, and it was never off.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah.
Absorbent, yellow, and porous is he?
Is he? Yep.
If nautical nonsense be something you wish, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
Like a fish, yes.
Yeah.
I still have my favorite episodes. The hash slinging slasher is my favorite SpongeBob episode. The Krusty Krab workman place video, or like the work video, is my favorite.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. And I always remember poop. People order our patties. Is the just remember poop. Yeah. Love me some SpongeBob.
What about okay. Ripped Pants.
Yeah.
Remember Ripped Pants?
I remember
like in
that
the first season.
Yeah.
Ripped Pants was really good.
Yeah. That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
The one where he got a tan. Him and
okay, yeah. What about the shit? Not Dungeons and Dragons. What was the name of it? Dunces and Dragons.
I don't know if I want to remember that one off the top of my head.
When was that? Hang on.
The one I remember is when him and Patrick are raising a clam, and all the diapers that are like everywhere. They're in the wall. They're in. It's a big. It's just that one. I remember that one quite a bit.
Season 4, Dunces and Dragons.
4, yeah. That one was amazing. Oh, Band Geeks. This man is an instrument. That's SpongeBob had a death grip on his family, so much so that you like your Andrew would leave the room and I would never change channel. I would just keep watching SpongeBob. Yep.
That is the thing with parenting. Like when your kid is like 2 and 3 and they get a little bit more mobile, and you have a chance to sit down and you get them on the couch and let's just chill out for a minute and just relax, just to make life easy. And then they get up and walk away and you're so tired, but you've just been staring at the TV because you're just fucking exhausted. And then you've watched like an hour of like Yo Gabba Gabba or Backyardigans before you even realize that the child is gone. You're like, oh shit, I don't know where my child is.
Or Doris still looking at you and blinking, waiting for you to answer her question. Yeah.
Go, Diego, go.
Yeah.
Vamos, Diego, vamos a rescate.
Andrew loved that
Amigos
one
to the
too.
rescue, my friend. All right.
Yeah.
Variety stated that there were entertaining moments, but the total work is a mess. People described it as a moody combination. I could do that the whole time, but people would be gone. It's a moody combination of Blade Runner, The Terminator, and your last really good nightmare. Alex Stewart rewarded Highlander for White Dwarf number 79. Reviewed. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just put my coffee cup way over here. Reviewed Highlander for White Dwarf number 79 and stated, what the film does have going for it is stylish direction, a breathless pace, and some exquisite camera work. Music videos much?
Yeah, totally.
The performances aren't bad either, especially Brown and Connery, who are so far over the top they're practically in the next trench. Stewart reviewed the British release print for Highlander for White Dwarf number 89. We don't know what he did for White Dwarf 80, but we went from 79 to 81, and stated that Highlander is visually stunning from the timeless grandeur of the Scottish landscape to the surrealist urban jungles of New York, and the sword fights are terrific. Debatable.
Yeah.
John,
as an adult watching the sword fights now, you see the stunt work, the wires, and the stunt work was just like I said. I sent you a text saying the stunt work was egregious because during the first part of their duel, we're at the Silver Cup Studios, and there's like an aerial shot of McLeod and Kurgan fighting, and you see that they're stunt doubles. Lambert's stunt double has longer hair, doesn't have the 5 o'clock shadow, and Kurgan is stunt double has that hair piece on, or the ball cap on. It is not fitting right, and they're fighting with the plastic swords. Really,
wait, you mean the swords weren't real? John Nubbin, and he deserves an award just for Nubbin, reviewed Highlander for Different Worlds magazine and stated that Lambert, Mulcahy, and all the people involved with this film have poured all of their talent into its making, and it shows. There are no flaws in the special effects, the photography, the rapid transit. Shh, John is talking, fucker. It is a flowing masterpiece, but one problem. After it was finished, some heavy-handed second-guessing editing was added, which bruised but did not break a number of scenes. All right? If you would be a little patient, and let's hear what John Nubbin has to say.
All right.
All right. Little critical reassessment. All right. Rotten Tomatoes, it gets 69% out of 42. That gives us a 6.2 of 10. And their critical consensus reads, people hate Highlander because it's cheesy, bombastic, and absurd. And people love it for the same reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much. That's what my wife put in my anniversary card over when we had our anniversary on January 1st. Cheesy, bombastic, and absurd. Thank you. Been together 30 years.
Wow, nice.
So Metacritic gives it a 24 out of 100 of 7 critics.
Ouch.
So they give that a C+. In 98, Hallowell's Film Guide described Highlander as a muddled, violent, and noisy fantasy and stated that the explanation doesn't come until most people will have given up. In 2000, Matt Ford of the BBC gave the film 3 stars out of 5, writing, from the moody, rain-soaked, noir-ish streets of the late 20th century America to the wild open spaces of medieval Scotland, Mulcahy plunders movie history to set off his visceral fight scenes with suitably rugged locations. What the film loses through ham acting, weak narrative, and pompous macho posturing is more than compensates with in sheer fiery bravado, pace, and larger-than-life action. Also, in 2000, IGN awarded it 8 out of 10 and wrote, this 80s classic has a lot going for it. The hardcore MTV manner in which it was filmed is common these days, but was groundbreaking then. This movie features some of the best scene transitions committed to celluloid. To this is added some fun performances by Sean Connery and especially Clancy Brown. I still to this day giggle when he goes into holy ground and and starts smushing out all the candles and laughing. Hilarious to me. In 2000, Christopher Null of filmcritic.com gave the film 4.5 out of 5, writing, Highlander has no equal among sword and sorcery flicks. Dear Christopher Null, you need to watch Conan. Love the Retro Video Store podcast.
Heck yeah, the sword work in Conan is 10 times better.
Fuck you, John Null. This movie has its place, but it is not the best.
Yeah.
He called Highlander the greatest action film ever made.
What?
Okay, granted, The Raid 2 wasn't out yet.
Yeah, all right.
The Raid 2, hands down.
Yes.
You've seen this, yes?
Oh, hell yeah.
God damn, that
Raid 2
movie's
is one
so
of the best. The movie kicks ass. It makes John Wick look like, kindergarten.
And then you got Drunken Master.
Yeah.
That last fight scene in Drunken Master when he's loaded up and inside the foundry or whatever, and they're spitting the alcohol at each other. Oh. So good. It says that it features awesome sword fights and an awesome score and a time-bending plotline that only a Philistine could dislike. In 2002, what about Philistine got you with that? Let's go.
I don't know, just him. Okay. Right, Christopher.
You Philistine. In 2002, given the film 3 out of 5 stars, Adam Tyner of DVD Talk wrote, the screenplay spots a number of intelligent, creative ideas, and I find the very concept of displacing the sword and sorcery genre into then modern-day New York City to be fairly inventive. The dialogue and performances don't quite match many of the film's concepts, though. The tone seems somewhat uneven. Pardon me. The tone seems somewhat uneven, as if Highlander is unsure if it wants to be seen as a straight adventure epic or if it's a campy action flick. In his 2009 movie guide, Leonard Maltin gave the film 1.5 stars out of 4 because he's a piece of shit, describing it as an interesting notion made silly and boring, much like his life, but acknowledged that Connery at least shows some style, much like his hat. He added that former rock video director Mulcahy's relentlessly showy camera moves may cause you to reach for the Dramamine. Tom Hutchinson of Radio Times awarded it 3 out of 5, calling it so confused as to be hilariously watchable. Hutchinson praised some great sword lunging duels, the best of which is set in Madison Square Garden garage, but the story is never that engaging.
All right. So now it's time for us. What is your biggest quibble with the movie?
Oh, my biggest quibble with the movie?
Yeah.
So I know it's not to be taken seriously, but at the time I loved it. Mm-hmm. At the time I thought it was great. And they're talking about like the fast MTV edits and all that stuff. Yes, that was what we were consuming at the time. That was really, really cool to me. But 2 things got me. One is, where the fuck did he get that sword from? How was he carrying that around with it not flopping around or causing any difference of movement inside his coat? Mm-hmm. Where was he sheathing that thing? I've got some ideas, but we don't need to discuss those right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mute that one. Totally aside. Been 2 weeks since I've had to basically talk all goddamn day, and I'm really feeling it today. Second one. All right, he's fighting with a katana. All right. Mm-hmm. It's a giant straight razor. Mm-hmm. The edge is very, very brittle. The backside of that thing is a little bit softer because of the way it's folded. It's made to catch other straight razors, to stop them, and to cut back. It's a slicer. It's not a hack througher. Going up against a giant ass broadsword, it would clip clean through that steel. That bugged me. Mm-hmm. Everything else I can forgive because it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is. You're like, you can see the wires. Oh, yeah. So you can see the wires. It all comes, well, there's many scenes, but I already said Kurgan smashing the candles. But when he's getting ready to duel the guy and he just sticks him straight through with the rapier like 12, 13 times in a row. And he's just so drunk, he keeps getting back up and laughing and then apologize for what he said. That to this day still makes me giggle when I watch it. And guess what? When I watched it, guess what I did?
You giggled.
Guess. I giggled.
Yeah.
I GOL'd. I giggled out loud.
Like Christopher Lambert. Just laugh. Yes. My biggest issue, it was too damn long. I felt like they could have cut like 20 minutes out of it.
Things that Eric's never heard.
Anyway, the movie was too long. It was like an hour and 55 minutes. They could have trimmed it down quite a bit.
Who wants to watch forever?
I mean, yeah, there's some of the stuff they could have kind of like a lot of the police investigation stuff. They could have trimmed that shit down. That part was like kind of totally unnecessary.
What cop thinks that you're trolling for a blowjob and then chop a guy's head off? Where does that even seem plausible? It's so great.
What I really liked about it is I loved the cheesy 80s setting. It was pure 80s. It was like, I love the way it was shot. I love the quick cuts. I love the way it made you feel like the 80s. And I really enjoyed that. Sean Connery, of course, is a highlight. Clancy Brown was really, really good. I remember as a kid loving the sword fight, especially the one in the parking garage. I thought that was fucking awesome. That guy flipping all over the place. And then I really liked the final fight between the Kurgan and Connor. I thought that was a lot of fun too. The whole quickening and the kind of like, all the little weird animated demons and other things that were flying around and stuff. I remember that one quite distinctly. And I love the Queen soundtrack, man. What was up with Queen and cheesy 80 movie soundtracks? They have cemented this in Flash Gordon forever.
Don't you dare call Flash Gordon cheesy, sir. It's like I don't know. It's like I don't know you.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love Flash Gordon. I think that's one of the fucking most fun 80s movies of all time.
Dude, I've got my full-on replica Zoltan right on my desk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've done an episode on Flash Gordon. That is one of the most fun movies of the 80s. I mean, just brightly colored, art directed to the hilt, people overacting like crazy, and it's a fun movie. What I did like is, of course, the wrestling at the beginning of the movie. I was a big wrestling fan at the time, so it was kind of cool to see the fabulous Freebirds.
Yeah, wrestle, I forgot about that. Yeah,
with Michael P.S. Hayes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, and Playboy Buddy Rogers. And then they wrestled the Tonga Kid, Jim Brunzell, and like Greg Gagne or something like that. I used to watch a lot of wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, I'm getting that I'm getting that vibe that there was a lot of wrestling that was watched.
You want to know one thing I do if I'm sick is I watch wrestling documentaries. I will watch the A&E biography of Stone Cold Steve Austin, of Shawn Michaels, of Andre the Giant, of Ric Flair, of Mick Foley. I'll watch all those A&E biographies of wrestlers because it's like you can fall asleep and hear it, and then just it's just pure comfort viewing.
I'm just impressed you remember the names of all those guys.
Yeah, I was a big wrestling fan. The movie is super fun. I wish there was more duels between McLeod and Kurgan and other people. They kind of show them a little bit, but it's just not. If they do a remake, I want it to be with a real elaborate sword fights. Real stylistically sound sword fights.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. And those things could be brutal too. Because these are guys fighting that don't really have a concern for injury. They just don't want their head cut off.
Yeah, exactly. His first girlfriend in this movie dropped him like a bad habit. As soon as he saw that he like resurrected, she was like, "Eva,
Nope. Peace out.
yeah,
He upgraded though. He upgraded.
yeah, oh yeah, totally, yeah." She was way more of an upgrade than the first lass in the village. It's just a fun movie. It's one of those movies that if you haven't seen, I recommend it. It is, it is pure 80s, great soundtrack, really cool camera work, very stylish. And Christopher Lambert is definitely is charismatic, even if he looks like he's trying to read an eye chart from across the room.
I want you to focus on my finger for as long as you can. It's going like straight for the middle of their forehead.
Sean Connery apparently thought the movie was awful until he started seeing dailies like, okay, maybe it's not that bad, but he did not believe in it at all. And they flew him in for 7 days, and he shot all the scenes in 7 days and got $1 million. And it went away.
BALANCE balance.
I do love a good mentor-mentee training scene, I do. I just, you want to see that happen. There was a lot of those in the 80s. But this one was pretty good. One thing I did enjoy, and it's a concept that wasn't is addressed, is the fact that his poor wife, Heather, aged and he didn't, and she died. That was kind of a bummer, but her old age makeup was not good. Not good at all.
His Bonnie Heather.
Yeah. You couldn't have any babies.
I'm sitting there trying to remember like the story of his sword.
Oh, speaking of,
you must leave her. You must leave her, Highlander.
I never watched the series, but I remember the series being pretty popular. The Highlander.
I did.
TV
I watched
show.
the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was really, one of the things he had this belt buckle. There was 2 dogs from the Book of Kells.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, that's a pretty sick belt buckle. I need to get that belt buckle.
Now
you want to know what's on my belt? You want to know what's on my belt right now, motherfucker?
What's on your belt right now?
My Highlander belt buckle.
Oh, nice.
And I'm not going to stand up to show you because that's a moment on camera that none of us need.
Highlander belt buckle. Oh yeah, I see him. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Well,
nice.
He was Duncan MacLeod.
Oh yeah. How do they explain that in the TV show?
He was a relative. He was a relative of his, and actually, Christopher Lambert was on Lambert. I don't. Who cares?
Lambert.
If I remember correctly, he did a short little like stint on the show. He showed up for like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but that belt buckle's badass. I had an opportunity to get one that was made out of sterling silver, but I didn't because I saw how much it would cost.
Christopher Lambert has an interesting film career. He's been in a lot of movies of questionable quality, but he's working, I do enjoy him in the Mortal Kombat movies as Raiden, where basically all he does is impart wisdom and then do his laugh.
I am the Lord of Storms.
You do it too well. Yeah.
Where did you go? Because you can't see.
Yeah. What did I can't see you. Remember that movie, The Hunted, that he was in, where he's like in Japan, and there was like a bunch of ninjas that are after him. And the only scene I remember is that he's hiding from these ninjas, and they're on this train car, and they kill a shitload of people in the train. And it was on HBO all the time, like for a period. It came out in 1995. And it was a decent movie. It's probably, if I watch it now, it probably wasn't a decent movie, but I remember seeing it and thinking it was good. Was a box office bomb, only made $6 million on a $25 million budget, but yeah.
I think after this, one of the movies I saw of him was Subway, but it was a French movie.
Ah, Oh yeah, shit, that was like a really new wave looking movie. I remember seeing the
Mhm.
video cover or the video box a lot in Hastings, but I never watched it.
Do you remember Morton,
Yeah.
the Danish exchange student? He really loved that movie because there was a scene where the guy was playing the bass, and he and I were in Mr. Gallagher's class, and he was teaching me how to play bass. And he watched that movie over and over and over and over and over again. I remember my dad being upset because at some point, one guy says, "Why will we keep on watching this fucking TV?" And my dad just getting super mad. I'm like, "Dad, it's only one swear word. That's it. It's done. I swear, it's done. That's it. Just listen to the whole thing. It's kind of cool." But I remember that one. But as far as that, I mean, the only things I can remember him being in are Highlander and friggin' Mortal Kombat. I couldn't place him in any other movies.
That's interesting. Well, Legend of Tarzan, the Greystoke movie.
Yeah, not something that would have just immediately come to mind. Him swinging, not being able to see the damn vine, missing, crashing to the floor.
And falling down and laughing.
Yeah. And then you want to talk about badly dubbed. In that movie, Andy McDowell, you want to talk about badly dubbed?
Oh, yeah. She got totally dubbed over, yeah.
Yeah.
Glenn Close dubbed her voiceover, I think, in Greystoke.
Really?
Yeah. If I remember
Oh,
correctly.
there was a bit of trivia that I had no clue.
I pulled that from way deep from the ether on that one. Yeah, Glenn Close is an uncredited voice of Jane Porter. Man, why do I know this bullshit? I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's a pretty good pull.
Next week, I think we'll do Captain America, the First Avenger, to kind of get our Marvel mojo going. Have you seen
I could do that. I could do that all day. I could do that all day.
You could
Get
you
it?
Could do that.
I could do.
Yeah,
Huh?
yes.
Huh?
Yeah, I do.
These-
I do get that.
These are little bits of gold and genius that I drop when we do this, and I really feel misunderstood by you sometimes.
But we're back. We're trying to get some episodes in consistently going here. We should be back pretty consistently with my old iMac, and hopefully I'll get my new computer pretty soon, and we'll not have any more technical difficulties. But thanks for holding out for us. We appreciate it. And man, when you don't put out new episodes, our listenership goes down. Scary.
Nothing to listen to.
Yep, nothing to listen to. But anyway, join us next week. We appreciate y'all. Sorry.
Oh no, it's just we were talking about Marvel. Like we got Doomsday coming up. They're dropping all these trailers. It looks like we're going to get the X-Men possibly in the universe. And I was watching, and it looks like they're going to have Wonder Man as a limited series on Disney+.
Yeah, that looks kind of fun. And it's got Ben Kingsley as the Trevor Slattery or whatever in that.
He's pretty good. He was the best part
funny.
of Shang-Chi for me.
Yeah. I think that's going to be pretty good. But yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for listening. We kind of just petered out, but we'll be out next week.
Long ass day. I'm tired. You're tired. Everybody's tired.
Yeah. Give us one more Lambert laugh. Amazing. Thanks, everybody.
Everybody have a good week.
Thank you for listening to the Retro Video Store Podcast.